Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, my name is Chenelle, the owner of 3 Balls Handmade Soaps and More. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I made this lemon and aloe vera soap. Alright y'all, so as always, I like to show you everything that I will be working with for today. First up, we have this aloe vera juice. I also have this French green clay. We have some Brazilian yellow clay and some lemon peel powder. Now, since this is a hot process soap, I do have my crock pot over there. Now, let me go ahead and clean off my table and then we'll get started. Alright, so first I started by weighing out my ingredients. Now, for this soap, I did replace a little over half of my water with aloe vera juice. Now, I did use a 50-50 lye solution to make this soap, and honestly, y'all, I think I might be hooked, but more on that in a later video. Now, right here, I am just adding my solution into my aloe vera juice, and this is going to pretty much cause the solution to heat up. Alright, so once I had my oils melted down, it was time for me to add in my lye solution. Now here I am just adding that directly into the oils, the crock pot, and then I'm just going to stick blend until I reach trace. And if you are new to hot process soap making or cold process soap making, be sure to check the description box because I do have a more detailed hot process soap making video listed in the description. Alright, so once I reached trace, I just placed the lid on and literally left it alone. Surprisingly, y'all, this soap did not volcano on me. This is actually the second time that I did not have a volcano. So I'm very grateful for that. Which honestly, I was kind of used to it volcanoing on me, but I just left it alone. I just let it cook. And I just, I kept an eye on it. But again, I didn't have to do anything to it other than just leave it alone and let it cook. Now, as your soap continues to cook, it will go through a number of stages. Again, I will have a detailed video in the description that shows all of those different stages. All right, so at this point, I felt like my soap was ready. It was time for me to test my soap. So all I'm doing is just stirring this up. Y'all, I had to stir it up. I didn't do it throughout the entire cook, so I had to do it right here. Now, to test my soap, all I did was just take some distilled water, put a little bit inside of just touch the top of the soap with a little bit of my distilled water, and then I used my pH test strip, and from the looks of it, my soap was at an 8. Normal soap, the range should be between 8 and 10. So with that being said, I'm good to go. All right, so now, this part right here, y'all, I do apologize. My camera, the storage was full. I did not realize that I did not get any footage of me adding in my additives. So I'm just gonna tell you, you can kind of see the powder on the side there. So I used about 1.5 teaspoons of the lemon peel powder. Now, if you watch my previous video, lemon peel powder will give your soap a brownish color. So be very careful with the amount that you use. Now, this right here, this soap batch, my oil weight is 34 ounces. So all I did was just use 1.5 teaspoons of the lemon peel powder. I did 2 tablespoons of the French green clay, and that was per pound of oils. And it was 1 tablespoon per pound of oils, which gave me 2 tablespoons of the French green clay. And I also scented this with lemon essential oil. So I did not use the yellow Brazilian clay. After looking at it, I felt like I did not need it. And I was pleased with the color. So again, all I did was use a total of 2 tablespoons of the French green clay, a teaspoon and a half of the lemon peel powder, and I scented this with lemon essential oil. And again, I do apologize for the footage being lost. I thought I had enough space on my camera. All right, now right here, I am just adding this into the soap mold, and I add a little bit and then slam it on the table. Add a little bit and then slam it on the table again to kind of help like smooth everything out, I guess. But and every now and again, you'll see me scrape the sides and the bottom. Now, not everyone agrees with scraping their crock pot. However, I just like the look of it. I like the specs, you know, that it gives my soap, my hot process soap. So I don't mind scraping my crock pot, but some of you might not want to scrape that. So do keep in mind that if you do scrape your crock pot, you are going to end up with like some, you know, like the lighter color like specks in your soap. And if you are finding this video to be somewhat helpful thus far, please consider leaving me a thumbs up. It helps out our channel, and I thank you in advance. All right, and here is our soap in the mold. Now, there's no need to cover this since technically this soap has already gone through gel phase during the cook. I just left it out on my table overnight. Now, here we are the next day, and it was time for me to unmold my soap. All right, so here it is out of the soap mold, and I must say I'm very pleased with the color. Like, I really do love the color. Now here I am just cutting my soap, and as you can see, how I mentioned earlier about scraping the sides, you can see those kind of like little specks in my soap. I don't mind that. Someone else might, so just keep that in mind if you decide to scrape your crock pot as you're scooping your soap into the soap mold. So I did turn these bars on its side just because I kind of felt like I was getting like drag marks, and I really didn't like that. But let me finish cutting these up and I'll be right back. All right, so now that I have them all cut up, it was then time for me to stamp them. And y'all be sure to tune in live every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come chat with me, ask questions, all that good stuff. If I don't know the answer, trust me, somebody in the chat definitely can help us both out. So again, that's every Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I go live, so come join me. All right, y'all, and just like that, we are all done. Here is this beautiful lemon and aloe vera soap. Y'all, let me know what you think down below. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving me a thumbs up. And if you have not done so already, consider subscribing to our channel. And to all of our wonderful supporters out there, we love and thank you guys so much. And a special thank you to our Soap Chat members, Gina, Andre, Terry, Rita, April, Sasha, Letitia, Karen, and JoJo. Thank y'all so much. And until next time, I will see you guys later.